Well, wasn't that fun? That's how we start every day. And I think I mentioned this at our last concert. It's great because we just hit play and they run all their scales. They're just playing scales for the most part. I mean, some of those are riffs from the songs too, but scales, arpeggios, things we do as band musicians to get better at our instruments. And it gives Mrs. Gable and me a chance to help anybody who has a broken instrument or so they can't find their music or whatever the issue may be. So it's really nice to have that time just to warm up. So that was our warm-up, so we hope you enjoyed that. So we have tonight what we call our showcase concert, because not only are you going to get to hear the band tonight, you're also going to get to hear the jazz band play, so we're really excited about that. And we wanted to also feature our garage band tonight, but their season ended a couple weeks ago, but we have so many cool opportunities here. It's fun to show off the kids in different ways. So we're going to do 3 concert band pieces tonight and 3 jazz band pieces tonight, and we hope you enjoy. Our first song is called Dragon Slayer. So as we make the transition into our jazz band, just a couple words about our jazz program. So we've been doing jazz band here at Middle School West as long as I've been here, which is years. And it's been phenomenal watching these 6th graders especially learn how to make jazz music together. Jazz is not easy music. It comes from the tradition of combining music from Africa and Europe. And it was basically the first American art form, and I think it's really appropriate that we listen to jazz bands during Black History Month, because it really is a kind of music that originated from African Americans as well as European Americans in the city, of course, of New Orleans. And so these kids are not only learning how to play written out music, but syncopated rhythms, which are very tricky rhythms. and do improvisation, which is learning how to make up music right on the spot without it being written down. And for a sixth grader, that takes a lot of courage to be able to do that. This past, earlier this month, February 3rd, I believe, we had a jazz festival, and we had every district jazz band play at that festival from all 5 secondary schools. And we had a guest clinician by the name of Russ Peterson, who came over to play saxophone and guitar with us. And if you were there, you were treated to a real gift of music. And so these kids got a great experience listening to all the bands above them at the high schools and the other bands at the middle schools. And I really like having them play here tonight because they get to play not only for their parents and family, but for the rest of you too, so you can get to hear what a treat this band is. This band is a combination of kids from East and West, and it's all sixth graders, and it's directed by Mrs. Gable, and they're going to be playing 3 songs for you this evening. And I'm going to do a couple sound things and we'll get started.
All right, there we go. Now we got some sound. Perfect. All right, looks like we're just about set up here. So this is the East and West combined 6th grade jazz band. I directed along with Mr. Potter. Mr. Potter is not able to be here tonight. But the first song we're going to play for you is Ben's Blues. We're going to hear from Ronan on the bass guitars with our first soloist, and then Liam on the trumpet. Here we go. All right, so our next song is going to be called Sherlock's Gone Home. And like I said before, this is combined East and West, 6th grade jazz band. A lot of middle schools don't have 6th grade jazz bands because this music is hard. And these kids have really stepped it up and learned how to play their parts. And I think they really enjoyed it. I know I really enjoy working with them. And they've really, really grown a lot as jazz musicians. So this next song, I want to make sure I have all the soloists right, because sometimes there's a lot. We're going to first hear from Carson on the trombone, Ali on the saxophone, Beckett on the trumpet, and then we kind of have a group of soloists as well at the end. So Sherlock's Gone Home. How about another round of applause for a soloist from that song? All right, our our last song is called Let's Talk About the Moon. And we have a group of soloists as well for this song. First, we have the group of soloists, which is Nadia, Abby, Andrew, and Liam. And then we're going to have Carson on the trombone, Beckett on the trumpet, and Liam also on the trumpet. Let's talk about the moon.
You enjoyed that. That was so fun. Thank you, East students, for coming over to our concert tonight. We really appreciate you. East families, thanks for joining us for our concert tonight. Yes, thank you. As we make the transition back to concert band, just a couple quick announcements from your bulletin. I feel like I'm at church. From your program. There is a QR code that you can scan, and I promise I won't rickroll you. There are program notes about each song that we're doing here this evening, and you can read about them if you want to scan that. Also, in the upcoming events, we have a mattress fundraiser. I know that sounds funny. I've had some parents like, what are you selling? I promise your kids won't be dragging mattresses down the neighborhood streets going door to door with them. We turned this gym into a mattress showroom on Sunday, March 10th, and so if you are in need of a mattress or you want to grab a yard sign or a flyer on your way out, you can grab one of those and you can promote that. And we usually make between $4,000 and $8,000 on our mattress fundraiser sale. So we'd love for you to promote that. And if you want to stop by on Sunday, March 10th between 11 and 5, that'd be awesome. This group behind you has one more big concert this year. It is on Thursday, May 16th, and it is not a typo. It is at 8 p.m. that night. That's because our 8th grade has the early concert because they have a big banquet before their final middle school concert. So we take the late shift that night, so hopefully you can stay up a little late with us that night. And that concert will be at Chaska High School, again, like our first concert was. So you get the comfy seats. Thanks for dealing with the bleachers this evening. They're not bad. They're not bad. It's fun to do concerts in our own building. All right, are we ready, Mrs. Gable? All right, our next piece is called Night Fury.
Final song here, Attack of the Garden Gnomes. I just want to thank you guys all for coming out here tonight. It is truly a pleasure to work with your students. Every day they bring much joy to me, and I know they bring much joy to Mr. Songer as well. There are a couple surprises in the song. I'm not going to tell you what they are, but you guys know those like garden gnomes, right? That kind of creepily come into your garden, and who knows what they are going to do. Attack of the Garden Gnomes.
best seats in the house up here. Exactly.